You're watching CBPB-TV Winnipeg. This is Channel 19 Eyewitness News.
Good evening. We begin tonight with developing news. HealthLinks and after-hours home care phone centers are offline tonight. Earlier today, construction crews accidentally severed phone and internet cables leading into the Misericordia Health Center. Crews are working to fix the line at this hour. In the meantime, if you need medical assistance, you should call 911 or visit an emergency room. New tonight, Westwood residents gathered this evening trying to cope with the tragic deaths of Anna, Nicholas, and Lisa Gibson. Police, Manitoba Family Services, and the Winnipeg Regional Health Authority were all on hand at the Kirkfield Westwood Community Centre on Sansom Avenue. The community resource session was held to help residents deal with the deaths of the three Gibsons.
We're all mothers and sisters and fathers and neighbors, and so if a tragedy like this doesn't touch people, then I guess the question is, how are we looking after each other? The other thing is there anything that can be done so we can possibly minimize the chance that something like this is going to happen again?
The family also made its first statements on the deaths today in their obituaries. The obituaries say that Nicholas was learning to talk, smile, and laugh, and Anna loved to learn new things and help in the kitchen. Lisa was described as loving the MTC, playing soccer, and running marathons. Also, the family asked for donations to be made to the Mood Disorder Association of Manitoba.
It's so important for people to know that there is help and there is hope and there is a light at the end of this really dark tunnel.
The funeral for the three Gibsons will be held tomorrow in Stonewall. Also tomorrow, a vigil is planned for 7:30 p.m. at the Forks. Manitoba's chief medical examiner also plans to launch an investigation into the deaths, and that investigation could take several months to complete. An inquest into the death of Brian Sinclair is scheduled to begin next Tuesday. Sinclair died in the waiting room at the Health Sciences Centre in September of 2008 after he went 34 hours without treatment for a bladder infection. In July, a provincial court judge upheld a decision saying that the Sinclair family couldn't sue the hospital. The family is planning to appeal that decision. The inquest was delayed so police could conduct an investigation. The inquest could last until early next year. Nearly $1.4 million of marijuana is off the streets after police raided 3 South End homes. Homes on Prairie Smoke Drive, Breton Bay, and De La Seigneur Boulevard were targeted in the bust early yesterday morning. Along with the plants, officers seized grow-up equipment and cash worth more than $40,000. A 53-year-old man and a 36-year-old woman are facing drug charges for their involvement. We have a crime alert to tell you about tonight. Police believe 2 fraudsters wanted in Brandon and Saskatchewan are headed to Winnipeg. These suspects target restaurants with portable debit terminals. They distract the employee and then switch out the machine with one stolen from another restaurant. The suspects then use the stolen machines to credit back funds onto other cards. The first suspect is a Caucasian male in his 50s who's disheveled looking and has salt and pepper hair, along with missing teeth. The second suspect is an East Indian or Asian male in his 30s. They're believed to be driving a 2000 Dodge Caravan with British Columbian license plates. If you see the suspects, you're asked to call Crime Stoppers. The Prime Minister of Iceland is coming to Manitoba. Prime Minister Sigmundur Gunnlaugsson is coming to take part in the Icelandic Festival in Gimli this weekend. He'll also come to Winnipeg to visit the Art Gallery, tour the Canadian Museum for Human Rights, and lay a wreath at the Brookside Cemetery. The wreath will honour Icelandic Canadians who've served in the Canadian Armed Forces. The campground at Spruce Woods Provincial Park is open again after repairs were made following the 2011 floods. The campground sustained major damage 2 years ago when bridges were submerged and offices flooded. The park is set to receive $20 million in upgrades over the next 7 years. The improvements include shoreline erosion control, access road improvements, new flood protection measures, and a new sewage lagoon. Campers wanting to book a site at the park can do so on the park's reservation service website. It's now time to take a complete check at your storm tracker forecast. Tomorrow around the province, temperatures will be in the low 20s. In the eastern half of the province, there are some thunderstorms possible in the late afternoon. For Westman, they'll avoid the storms, but it'll still have a pretty cloudy day tomorrow. And in the 5-day, temperatures will remain in the low to mid-teens for the rest of the week. And after tomorrow, the skies will clear, and that will stay that way throughout the weekend. And that is your complete storm tracker forecast. And that's our news for now. Thank you very much for sharing a part of your Wednesday evening with us. For news anytime, anywhere, log on to our website at CBPB-TV.com. Good night.